Hello, and welcome back to the SQ5R Reading Strategy video series. This seventh and final installment covers the fifth R, which is review. As we discussed in the beginning, the review portion is just simply going back over what you've read, what you've learned, looking at your questions, and seeing what you may need to revisit and determining if you need to spend more time in this particular chapter or if you're ready to move forward. So what you can do in the review portion, just take a scroll through the chapter, kind of revisit some of the things that you've highlighted, some of the key terms, come in, look at some of these quotes again, some of these concepts, and make sure you've learned them all. Refer back to your questions, see if you've answered them. Maybe within your questions, you realize you actually fully answered what respect for persons is. So maybe you come back here and you kind of refocus some of those R's back in this particular section. You look to your questions, you don't fully understand this concept with confidence, so you come back here and you go through this section by reading it, responding to it, recording it, reciting it until you have it down pat and you're ready to move on to the next concept. And the review process is just to make sure you're finished with this particular section or this particular chapter before moving on to the next. Because remember, this process is supposed to be cyclical. It's supposed to work as a cycle as needed. Running through SQ5R one time in the chapter may be enough for some people to gather what they need, and maybe 2 or 3 times might be what somebody else needs. Both are the right answer because it depends on the student. But that review process is imperative to make sure you've learned what you're supposed to learn and you're ready to move on to the next phase. And that's it for the SQ5R reading strategy. I want to thank you for your time and your patience following through these 8 videos with me. And I really hope this is a tool that you find success with as a student. And I know that if you apply this practice to your study habits, you'll find nothing but success in your courses here at the college. And I wish you best of luck and happy reading.